text Ben. I don't know if he's still live. So I messaged him, though, and told him we were going live.
Okay.
I'm trying to find... I have the baby. Okay, hold on. I got to go to my other screen. Have you heard the song yet?
Yeah, I listened to it a while ago.
It's pretty funny. Okay, I'm going to press play on the song.
Okay. Oh, he sounds so sweet. I'm trying to...
No, you can't go this time, baby. It's dangerous. Plus, you're burning your french fries.
Okay, can you still hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I went ahead, I messaged a couple people. Hey, Marianne. Hey, Lisa.
Okay, hold on. I closed it out. I don't know what's going on. Oh, there we go.
I'll meet you in front, Seth.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good deal. So what I did was I minus the song out. I'm holding baby. Hey, Marianne. See the Lisa Savage there? That's my daughter.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I like the background you have. Marianne, how was your day? Marianne had a doctor's appointment this morning.
Yeah.
And I told her that what she needed to do was go in there and cough and sneeze and lick the ink pens and everything. And I said, they'll get you in there and they'll get you out just as quick as they can. I said, because everybody is such a, Yeah. Hey, Remy.
Here, you ready to take her? Take him? Take her. Sorry. Oh, I'm holding baby. Hi, buddy. I played it. If we play it for too
are you
long,
gonna play this?
YouTube will.
Oh, I didn't get a hit.
Oh, is there any way you can drop the link so people can hear the whole song?
Oh, the link to the YouTube? Yeah, because it's, hold on, let me see. Oh, I know. Let's see, new window. Go to YouTube.
I'm using your computer charger.
Oh, no, I need my computer charger. Actually, honey, my computer's like half. See? I didn't even realize it until just now.
20%.
I brought my charger down. I thought I did anyways. Okay, hold on 1 second. I'm looking up. His name's like J Mac Cash, and it's called Corona. Okay, Lee. No, don't play. I just want the. Let me get the link. Link copied to clipboard. Okay. You still there? Hello? Christy? Hello?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, there you are.
Okay. That was weird. Yeah, I could hear you the whole time.
Okay. Okay, so Marianne, what you do is you go to the channel and you know the three dots like up on the Actually, you know what? Let's see if I can show you. I'll show you how to do it, and we'll do it on my channel. Okay. I'll pull up a new window. Go to YouTube.
Remy, I don't know what I'm going to do the next few weeks. People keep coming to the house. I had somebody just now, the flu is going around like everything. I had somebody knock on my door to ask about buying a car that we have out here.
We're lagging. So, and I noticed that because like Marianne goes, Christy, because they couldn't hear you. And now.
Could they not? They couldn't hear us? Oh.
Yeah, well, they couldn't hear before, remember?
That's so weird.
Yeah. Okay, hold on 1 second. So I'm going to pause this. Hold on. No, stop playing. Okay, so let me go back. Where am I? Go to StreamYard. Okay, so I'm going to share screen.
Now, I have the chat pulled up on my computer. So I shouldn't be lagging too far behind in chat, should I?
No, you should be good. Yeah, because I have it pulled up on my phone, too. Because I don't want it to... Okay. Okay, hold on 1 second.
You're going to have to teach me this stuff. I want to be able to do this.
Yeah, because it goes... Okay. Yeah. Okay, so down in the corner, well, I'm on my computer. So in the corner, you see the 3 dots? Or no, that's not it. You see where it says share? Because it says share. You press the share button, and then this long, like HTTP pops up. You can either, mine pulls up where it says you can copy it, but if you're on a phone, you highlight that and you go ahead and copy it, and then you take it back to whatever stream you're on, and you right click, and if you right click, it pulls up a thing where it says you can paste it, and you paste it in the chat, and then voila, and then press enter, and it should automatically go into the chat.
Hey, Mary.
Did you see that? Did you have your hazmat suit?
Well, see, that's kind of what I was thinking. I'm not going to pull up to somebody's house right now that I don't know who's contaminated in that house and knock on the freaking door. Especially if I'm over 65. So, I mean, it kind of surprised me that somebody would just come up. I thought he's dedicated. Hey, crazy nurse granny.
We had like, I don't know if they were Jehovah's Witnesses or what, but they were some type of church people come to our door yesterday. And my youngest son opened the door, and I'm like, "Are you crazy? What are you doing?" He's like, "Well, I told them to come back next Saturday." I was like, "What?"
Wait till they get to everybody else's house and knock on everybody else's door. Come back next Saturday after you know you're contaminated.
Right? I'm just like, "Oh my gosh, what are you doing?" Oh.
Marianne asked and pasted. Marianne, do you see did you see what she was talking about? And which we can do, Marianne, if you want to, we can actually do a 3-way call if you want to do that one day or something.
Yeah, so you go to the share, you pull up the share. Can you guys see that I don't know if you can see it on the screen
it's right by the like and the thumbs up, the thumbs down, the share, the save, all that is where it's at. I can barely see it, but I can kind of see. Can you point to it? Do you have your little arrow thing?
I know, that's what I was trying to figure out. Because it's not, because I'm clicking on it like I'm on the actual page I clicked off of, and I went back to the page, but it's not pulling it up on the live. But yeah, you pull up the share, and it either says copy or it shows like Facebook, Twitter, Blogger, that kind of thing. So you can either do it to that, but we're talking YouTube. So you copy it and then you take that link back to the live that you're in, and then you right click and press paste and then send. Yeah. That's exactly. Yeah. Hi, Neri.
Marianne, on the PayPal link, I've never been able, when I'm on my phone, oh, wasn't that sweet? When I'm on my phone, I've tried to go paste like the Truth PayPal link.
Mm-hmm.
When I do it, when I go get it and I go back and drop it, it won't drop it all. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong. And
I don't
she
know.
said the Truth said that's what would happen to her. And I don't know if it's because I'm on my phone, if I'm doing something wrong. Marianne, do you have 2 devices that you can use at once? Well, no, it wouldn't. It would kind of, if she had screens open, it might help, on another one to where she didn't have to keep going back and forth. Would that help her?
I don't know. So I'm not sure how to do it on the PayPal because I've never done the whole PayPal thing, but I think in PayPal as well has it to where that you could press link, because you can get an individual link and copy that as well, and then bring it back and paste it in, the comment section, the same way as what you would do on the channel. If I'm right, I think it basically works the same way.
Marianne, we can work on it one day this week. I mean, because I need help learning how to do some of the stuff, and I do want to learn. Maybe we can get on like a 3-way call or something and work more on, because I want to know how to do that stuff. And it seems like everybody's going to be at home.
Right. Exactly.
Is anybody else having anxiety over everything that's going on?
No, you're fine, Marianne. You don't need no. I think what I'll do is, like I told Christy, we can do like a video chat if you want, and I can show you guys how to do it on your phone. That way and that way you guys can just follow along, you know what I mean, as we're doing it. Hi, Serendipity. How are you, sweetie? Christy, are you there? Oh my gosh, where did you go now? Hello?
Can you hear me?
McFly. There you are.
Are you there?
What the heck, man?
I've been saying hi to Sarah. I've been talking. Apparently, what happens when I'm on my phone and when my screen closes, it cuts me out. Like if I don't constantly refresh my screen, it just cuts me out. So everybody that came in, hi, I'm sorry, I was talking, but you know what I was saying? I was saying about Marianne, you know what we need to do? We need to get Marianne a computer, and we need to get her on like what is it, plentyoffish.com and stuff, and we need to find Marianne a rich man. A rich old man, but a rich man. Hey, Lily. Marianne and me, we could be on what is the dating sites? Plentyoffish.com, and what's that other one? Are you there? Did we lose coffee chat now? Did she go away? Lily, but what we need to do is we could do a lot. Coffee chat just left all the way. I'm the only one in here now, I think. Um, what we need to do though, we could get Marianne to start going live, and we won't exactly do pranks because I don't know. I'm scared that it would hurt somebody. But what we can do is is we can get her on there and we can find her some men to talk to. Talking would be the only thing I'd want to do, Marianne, especially now with the flu going around. I guess Coffee Chat just texted me and she said, bear with me. I don't know what happened. Marianne. Yeah, that would be Lily. Yes, exactly. Is is there anybody else in it? I mean, we can. It don't have to be just Marianne. If anybody else wants us to, maybe me and Coffee Chat can start going and trying to find y'all some men. We'll start doing lives and calling them all in. You know, this flu going around is going to put a damper in some dating life. That is for sure. There's going to be some heartbroken teenagers that don't get to socialize. It's going to be something. Marianne, did you go in the doctor's office and act like I said? Yeah, Marianne, that would be me. I don't have the patience for people right now. You know, Lily, I want to take a road trip and I want to go to Ben's. I want somebody else to go with me. And I want to give Ben a makeover, which I can cut hair and everything. And I'm going to give Ben a haircut, make sure he don't have that beard. And I'm going to get him a wingman and I'm going to take him and drop him off somewhere. But I'm going to take him somewhere that's like a nice restaurant or something and take him and his wingman. And I'm going to get them to go find Ben a good woman. Wouldn't that be a heck of a live? Me show up at the shed. Lily, are you having to go to work every day? I'm having problems keeping the kids in. The kids are really getting...
Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. Thank goodness.
Oh my gosh, my stupid computer. I don't know what happened. My mouse stopped working, everything, and that was just really weird. So I turned I think it was my mic, because it's the first time I ever used that mic on here. And
well, it was crackling, and I didn't know if it was my headphones or if it was you. It started crackling just before.
Oh, see, so it must have been the mic then. I won't use those headphones again.
Hi, Harmony. How are you?
She says,
are you ready to get... Ask her if she's ready to give up the baby yet, because she can mail him to me.
You ready to give up the baby? Yeah. She's saying.
Well, tell her if she will mail me the baby, I will mail her my daughter's cat. We can just exchange. I'll even send food and litter. The cat's sitting here looking at me like, what?
Chrissy said she'll give you a kitty if you want to send her the baby.
Do I have a say in any of this?
No, you don't. Just sit there and take it.
Well, tell Alyssa, I don't mean anything by this, but I really, at my age, I need her to come with the baby.
Oh, see, she needs
I just want to be like the grandmother. You know, I just want to hold it, play with it, and then when it's bedtime, I want to give it back.
That's what Alyssa just said. Yeah, because she didn't hold it and give it back. We will see, okay? Not right now. Because, not right now, baby. I'm just going to step outside for a second.
Somebody needs to go get Ben because I've solved his... And I've honestly said that I'm going to do the road trip to Ben's house.
Right.
But I need some people to go with me. Did you hear me talking about what I'm going to do?
No, I couldn't do anything. It was weird.
Okay, this summer, what I want to do is I want to load up, but I need somebody to go with me, and I need a wingman for Ben. And I want to show up at the shed. I'm going to give Ben a haircut, make sure he don't have his beard, and I'm going to take Ben and his wingman and drop him off somewhere
Oh my goodness.
so he can find him a good woman.
Mhm.
And Marianne, if you want to come, honey, we'll just all show up at the shed.
There you go. Oh my goodness. That'd be a long drive for me.
Lily, I'm not a go vacation kind of person, but I think I would do that for Ben. We need to all plan something. It would be so. Could you imagine the live if people got to showing up at the shed?
Right? Oh my gosh. I think that would shock his parents.
Hey, the bad wolf. But bad wolf, you don't like Ben, do you? See, we like Ben.
He doesn't want. I don't think the bad wolf just wants to show up at
Yeah, that's what I think. He was probably. We like Ben. We want to find Ben a good woman, because I think if Ben had he needs a good stubborn woman.
right.
I hate to be talking about Ben and him not be here. I hate that, but we could solve a lot of Ben's problems on a live together.
One that can put him in his place.
Yes, a bossy one.
Yep.
There ain't nothing like a bossy woman.
Oh my goodness.
Where'd Remy go? Nary and Remy just left us.
Oh,
Nary, I was listening to you the other night and laughing, and I was telling Coffee Chat about the live that I was telling you. Wasn't it you? It was either you or Marianne. I was telling about the live that Nary was talking about.
mm-hmm.
I caught just a little bit of it. Well, she was on. I think she was on another panel,
Mm-hmm.
and I did laugh at her. It was so funny. Yeah, I wonder, Lily, I'll take his mom a nice pie or something. I'll stop and
Right.
get a pie or a cake, and I'll be one of the, I'm Southern, so, and I'm sure his mom would say, hey, come on in. You coming for supper?
Oh my goodness. Wow.
We just all need to straighten Ben out. The Bad Wolf, welcome. We've never seen you in here. I have to say, I heard the Bad Wolf on Laura's. I don't know who he is. That I didn't listen to all the stuff that was going on. I heard bits and pieces of it. But the Bad Wolf has a smooth, calming voice. He needs to do some lives like like Gray Hughes. If he would do something like that, that would be so calming.
I still say he sounds a lot. I'm not saying he is, but he sounds a lot like 180.
He does. To me, he does. The story, I just don't understand. And I know they're all just cutting up and pranking.
Yeah.
I don't know one from the other. I
Right.
don't really know 180. I've seen him in chats and stuff. I've
Yeah.
never, you know what's so funny? And I've been aiming to tell 180 this. And the Bad Wolf, how long have you been around the Bad Wolf? Was you around during the stickers days? Like before stickers, like the first time stickers came to the United States to meet that person?
Oh, Dave the Fisherman?
No, stickers. Well, yeah, Dave the Fisherman.
Yeah.
But way back when, I'll tell you how long I've been doing YouTube, and I did not realize this.
A long time.
My daughter was learning to drive. She's going to be 20 this year.
Wow.
Which she started late. But I was watching lives. 180, that's the first time I ever seen 180. I had heard 180 in chats on stickers, on a panel with stickers.
Yeah.
And then Dave got to coming in. And then one time I said hi to 180, and because I thought he was the same one that was coming to stickers and talking.
Yeah.
But then I wasn't sure. But I had seen some of these people way back. I used to go in stickers lives when he would start doing lives and he would fall asleep on the live and it would just be running.
Goodness. That's funny. I didn't
And
know.
that was way before he ever came over here.
Oh, see, I didn't know anything about like Dave the Fisherman or even 180 or even Vinny actually until they did that treaty. Diane, Diane's channel did that treaty. That's the first time I had
Yeah.
ever heard about him. But I've had YouTube for years, many years, but I didn't know that people did platforms or channels like this gosh, until I saw MGL and I was shocked. I was like, how is she doing that? And then I realized.
Well, I remember taking like I said, though, my daughter was just learning to drive, and I have such bad anxiety.
Yeah.
And when you have anxiety and a teenager learning to drive, that it
Right.
don't go hand in hand. So what I would do is I would get her in the car, and we would get on the interstate where, she's got 3 lanes. And what I would do is what we would do is we would drive down the road, and I would watch I would watch her, but Stickers would be doing a live and we would be talking. And it would kind of, when I was paying attention to it too, it kind of calmed me, because I almost felt like, I had, oh, look, she dropped a link. Yay, Marianne. Now you're going to have to teach me.
I know. I thought it was kind of cool when I figured out you could do it on your own. Oh, you mean, awesome.
Well, Mary, I heard y'all were talking about the story. I don't know. Nary, I have trouble repeating this because there are certain words I can't say. But what I was talking about, you was on Hello Starlight's panel. It was the night, I think, spring break night. And you were talking about you were asleep on the couch and the husband had went to the restroom and came in there to you and had put something in your hand. Remember? And I laughed. And it was funny because I had somebody in the room that was listening to it, and they're like, are y'all what are they talking about? Marianne, can you hear us?
Oh my gosh, hold on. What is going on? Why is my...
See, I can hear you, and I can see my avatar moving.
Me too.
Hello, Only Fools Live.
What is going on? Oh my God.
Can everybody hear us?
Hold on, I'm gonna... What is going on? Look on your screen. It shows we're not in the screen. I don't get it. There we are. I had to reboot my phone for some reason. Okay, now you're muted.
Okay, and you're starting to break up a little bit. That's weird. That's the kind of trouble I was having when I first came in.
Yeah, this is easy.
You like to listen to NOAA weather radio. What is it like? What is that? The Bad Wolf, do you do videos or anything? Do you make... See, I love to listen. I love Gray Hughes's voice. It's very calming. But I can put it on, like if, I'll put on something on my phone to listen to go to sleep. And I can be listening to Gray. And when, how they do the flyover at the very end of his lives, where they do the flyover of somewhere on the Google map,
Mom.
That wakes me up every time for some reason. That music just goes straight to my...
Put a fucking cereal now, too.
What?
Yep. Because all these rich people are getting their paychecks.
Yes.
I'm lying.
Mary, yeah, what dropped in your hand? That's what I'm talking about.
Tyler got the last 2 boxes of Apple Jack cereal. My favorite. And that's it, though.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, like I'm starting to not like this quarantine. This is ridiculous.
The Bad Wolf, do you make any videos? Do you do any? See, I love to listen to like, and it don't even have to be true crime. It's just I listen a lot to stuff that people that have soothing voices. Because if I go to bed and I try to go to sleep, I'll hear every noise outside, every car that goes down the road. We don't even live near train tracks, and I will hear a train whistle. Like, because I guess at night it carries more. And if I don't listen to something on my phone, everything outside will kind of startle me. The Bad Wolf, you have such a great voice. You need to do something. So what's everybody thinking about the quarantine? Has anybody got any good ideas to get by? Besides, don't stress. If we have to, we can cut up socks and t-shirts.
Right.
Or toilet paper.
Speak it.
What'd you say?
I said, speak it.
And I don't know if I'm the only one on here, but I'm a smoker and I'm stressing about cigarettes. That's what I'm stressing over.
Well, you have to
cigarettes and Dr. Pepper.
You smoke
No, Lily, we don't have a Dollar General. I'm in Washington State, so
y'all don't have Dollar Generals?
No,
we have dollar stores.
We have dollar stores like Dollar Tree. And
wow.
Yeah, but no Dollar Generals.
Oh my gosh, they're pretty. Okay, now used to that I didn't care for them. I've got to where I really they're more convenient than fighting through Walmart. Now that there's a couple around here that are very clean, and the people are very nice. There's one I go to that the people are wonderful.
Yeah.
And if I go in a store and if the cashiers act like, now of course Walmart, every cashier mostly acts like they don't want you there anyway.
Yeah.
But if I go in a store and a smaller store and they've got people that work there that act like that I'm bothering them when I have to go check out, I will not go back.
Right. No, I don't blame you.
I'm just kind of that spiteful. I know that sounds petty, but if everybody you bring in acts like that they don't want to be there, then I'll go somewhere else.
Exactly. It does. Yeah. Hey, Amanda T. Yeah, I don't go out very often anyways, just because we don't, with everything going on, the boys are the ones that usually go out, and the closest store to us is Fred Meyer's. So,
see, we just got one of them, and the town that I used to live in just got one of them. I'd never seen them. I'm 45 years old.
Oh my gosh, yeah, they're Kroger. Kroger owns them.
The Bad Wolf in the 2000, I was telling Marianne and hi Amanda T. I was telling Marianne and Coffee Chat, I had my daughter in 2000. I got to come home on Thanksgiving Day, and I had preeclampsia and toxemia when I'd had her, and I came home on Thanksgiving Day. That Saturday, I got to having trouble that I was having trouble breathing. I felt just like I felt swelled, and I was swelled, and I went back to the doctor, the doctor told me to go to the emergency room. I went to the emergency room. They stopped us and wouldn't let me bring my baby in there. And they actually had to admit me into the hospital. And this was it would have been, it was right the day after Black Friday in 2000. They admitted me into the hospital and they wouldn't let me bring the baby in. I had to find somebody to take care of my less than week-old baby.
I know, Mama needs to hurry.
So, I mean, and I remember that, but people didn't seem to get as scared over that. I remember them when they admitted me into the hospital. the doctor came in and talked. The doctor that delivered the baby came in and talked to me and told me what they were going to do. And he told me that I wouldn't be on the maternity floor because of the flu. They wouldn't, since I'd been out, they wasn't going to put me back on that floor. But they wasn't going to put me on a floor where the patients had the flu, because they actually kind of kept me away from people that had it. But I remember that being scary because they wouldn't let me bring my baby in. They told me it was best that I didn't. And, but people still wasn't going this crazy. And I don't remember stuff on TV and everything about it.
Things changed.
See, I don't understand what people are going to do for, the way if they talk about doing, okay, now I've seen that where California is going ahead and doing the martial law. But I haven't, I've heard rumors of it here, but haven't seen it on anything. I haven't seen a news report. Our local station hasn't really said much. Yeah, Lily, the dollar store is actually carrying, I don't know how they're getting it, but I've seen name brand clothes in there. And it's kind of weird. The dollar stores around here are changing.
Look, Nana. Look, Nana. Eat it.
No, go throw it away, you nasty girl.
Amanda T, I seen where that was, happening in California and stuff. Now, I did hear, I talked to a family member this morning, and her daughter works at the hospital, and she called home and said they were talking about quarantining them for 14 days at the hospital. And I'm like, I don't understand how they can do that. I don't understand. She's got a baby. Her grandmother was actually babysitting today because her daycare closed. And people that don't have other family members that they say that to, what are they going to do? I mean, they can't bring their kids into the hospital to keep them at night. I don't understand what they're planning on doing. See, Marianne, I think I'd sent you that video where, if anybody knows who Granger Smith is, he's a country music singer. He had done a video because they had made him cancel his concerts. And he was talking about that we have led ourselves into this, that because we panic and we run to the stores and buy them out, is that we do this to ourselves pretty well. But Granger Smith, the last two videos, I think he put a new one out today. I haven't watched it. But the last two videos I'd watched were really good and makes you kind of think about it. The Bad Wolf, I didn't know that. I didn't know they bought out Pier 1. Amanda T, I had a friend also call a while ago that they had went to lunch. And, of course, they're closing all the dining areas. And he said that he just ended up having to leave because the lines were so long in the drive-thrus that there was no way he could get through the drive-thru and get lunch and get back to work. Yeah, Marianne, it was a great video. He kind of breaks it down and makes you think about it. And, I know the flu is going around, and I'm kind of a germaphobe. Coffee Chat, don't laugh at me. She knows I'm worse than just a little bit of a germaphobe. Mm-hmm. My favorite perfume right now is Lysol. But, we need to kind of reach out and help ones that don't have ways. There's nurses and doctors that aren't going to have people, they're treating people and they're putting themselves on the line, and then people aren't helping them. There's not going to be a lot of people there to help them with their kids. And I know the flu's going around, but if you know somebody that's a nurse or a doctor, I mean, they're running out of options about, they're working their butts off and they're kind of getting the short end of the stick. Nobody wants to be around them, but then they have families they got to take care of.
Right. Hey, I'll be right back.
Okay. The bad wolf? Oh, I didn't know that. I'm not. I have turned into not, I don't like to go shopping a lot. And I'm more of them. I'll have my list, run in and get what I want and leave. So I don't do a lot of shopping. I used to go to Pier 1. There was only one near us. And so it's been forever since I've even been in one.
Okay.
See, I don't know. I get blood pressure medicine and stuff like that. I don't know really. I'm trying not to freak out and call my doctor because I know they've got a lot to deal with. But my visit isn't till, I think, next month, the second week of the month or something.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't know what to do. I don't know whether to call them and say, hey, let me run by and get a prescription, because I really don't want to be in a doctor's office right now.
No, but you could. Did you call them at all?
No, you know me. I'm not going to call them until I absolutely have to. But it's going to take some tears and trying to even for me to do that.
Right.
I'm glad y'all got y'all's prescriptions. That kind of worries me. Everybody is going and getting prescriptions. I mean, I know that sometimes I go get my prescription that the pharmacy knows that I take lisinopril every month. And I go and they act surprised. I've went and them have to give me 2 lisinopril blood pressure pills and say, come back in 2 days, we're ordering it. And it's like, I've done this every day for over 2 years. Just please, why don't you order it every month?
Right.
You know how many people take it. Nobody's going to break the door down to get to lisinopril, and it ticks me off. See, I don't want to my immune system's really, really low. So I don't want to be, and now take it, my kids both tested positive for the flu. I went through a spell right before they did. Yeah, it was flu type A. It wasn't this other one. I had to take them to the doctor. Now take it that while I had something, a stomach virus. I would not go to the doctor. I would not go because I didn't want to go in there. Even though I was sick, I didn't want to be in there where the sick people was.
Yeah.
And then I ended up having to take, 3 doctor's visits in a week and a half because of the kids.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Hello, Meerkat. Lily, do you have online chat available? What do you mean? Lily was asking about online chat.
Probably for the doctors.
The Bad Wolf, I wonder, I've noticed that they've got a lot of, we was in the Dollar General here a couple weeks ago. I love the farmhouse look, like the old farmhouse stuff. And I noticed that we walked in the dollar store, we went in the back, and it looked like you was in like Kohl's or Target or somewhere. I mean, it looked nice. It really surprised me. And they had candles set out and everything. Marianne, you know what my anxiety is like. I'm like you. Going to the doctor my blood pressure is always high. I get there, I usually have to call. They take me straight back. Because if I sit in the waiting room, I get to thinking, oh, they're going to check my blood pressure when I get back there. So it's always through the roof. I've had them follow me to the car and let me sit in the car when I'm leaving to check my blood pressure to make sure it's okay, and it will go down. I just don't like doctors.
Taking you outside with me.
Oh, cool. I need to go outside.
So I can have a smoke. Oh, my goodness.
But I I wonder, they're talking about this, all these people being quarantined. I don't want to cause a panic, but there's a few things I want to know. What about like garbage pickup?
I know,
mail
right?
carriers, newspaper carriers, the people that prints the news and does the news reports. I mean, there's gonna be there's some people that seems like I don't know if they quarantine them, it's like the world's gonna stop. I know we can do without haircuts for a little while, or I know we can do without, gym memberships and stuff. I understand that. But I wish they would explain a little bit better what they were going to do and how,
Well, I think what they're doing is they're kind of like they're hoping, anyways, by us going into quarantine and people staying inside, they're hoping that it's going to be kind of like, I mean, I know that, like I said before, the N1, whatever that's called, didn't just disappear, but it did calm down. And it became not as contagious, I guess, because people were more aware of it. So I'm assuming that that's why they're doing the quarantine for everybody and they're shutting down businesses is so we all stay inside, we stay away from each other, and they're hoping that it will, take this coronavirus under wraps, basically.
I had my tablet on Top Chat instead of Live Chat. Sorry, people, if I missed any. I'm not good at reading the what people put in, but I'll read it and then I'll start talking about it. I like when people read the chat because sometimes if I'm driving or listening, I want to know what people in the chat are saying. So it's like, what are they saying? What'd they say? No, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's a scary situation. It definitely is. And if anybody has children, of course, keep your children at home. Don't let them, we have, they closed down, what was it? Seattle. Apparently I got on Facebook this morning and there were pictures all over talking about how nobody was on the roads. And usually Seattle, I mean, I'm sure everybody's heard of Seattle. It's pretty, congested. Nope. Since this whole thing started, it's like there is no traffic. It's crazy.
Bad Wolf, are you like a prepper? Do you do that a lot? My kids are almost grown. And I've been talking about what I'm going to do when the kids move out. And I'm on the verge of being this is how my mind works. I'm either going to have to be a prepper and be the person that's got the 50 gallons of beans in their garage, or I'm going to have to be like the RV person in a schoolie bus, just with barely what I can, get rid of everything except what I have in the bus. It's either going to be one or the other. I can't be happy with just, it's one extreme or the other.
That's what I'd say. Lily, I see that she was talking about how the president was talking about electrical. Well, I guess they also put out that, and I don't know if it's like everywhere or if it's just my state in general or all states, but I do know that, yeah, I'm trying to think. Sorry, guys. So if you're renting, apparently they put a stop to where that nobody can be kicked out of their homes. They cannot give out notices just because, with everybody going on lockdown, nobody can pay their rent. I mean, well, at least a lot of us can't. And so, I mean, it kind of helps, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Another thing, I just found out that if anybody has any infants and you need formula, apparently you can call the number on the back of the can, let them know that your store is out of it, out of stock, and they will send you free cans of formula.
Oh, that is so neat.
Yeah. I was like, oh my God, because it's expensive too. But I mean, my store, like I said, I have Fred Meyer's, which is like probably within 10-minute walk from here, but they're complete. Oh yeah, they're bare shelves. It's crazy. I've never seen, I mean, yeah.
People don't laugh at me because you got to remember what my kids are they're not like me at all. My daughter just graduated high school last year, and as a gift for graduation and for Christmas, and this was not for me because I would have never sent my child here, my daughter has always wanted to go to Italy. Well, for Christmas this year, she got the trip of her dreams. And she was supposed to leave, I think it would have been in 3 more weeks. And what it was is they take a plane to a cruise ship, take the cruise ship to a train, do their trip, and then come back the same way. Well, first, because it was a 3-week trip, I think, and it was going to all these places, but Italy was the main place she wanted to go to. Well, first they canceled the trip to Italy, and she was so upset. But last night or yesterday, she was talking that they went back. The whole trip was canceled, but they didn't get all their money back. Because what they did, she ended up getting, like, I guess, credit to where she can go on another trip. But they wouldn't give them all their money back because they said that this could be over in 2 weeks, that they could still have this planned out. And she's like, no, I'm not going anywhere right now. So, I mean, they done it just like she had canceled the trip, on purpose. And I thought that's kind of bad, but I don't know. I'm hoping. Well, see, I didn't know why they didn't just do that, Lily, is just reschedule it. But for some reason, they started. But her trip was, like I said, it was part cruise. And then when they got somewhere, they was supposed to ride a train, go stay somewhere that she had wanted to see. I'm not even sure about all the places she was going. And so they started canceling it little by little. So I don't know what they'll do. I know she wants to wait and go when everything calms down, but I feel so sorry for her.
Well, yeah, that sucks. I agree, Bad Wolf. Hopefully the landlords will work with the tenants. I mean, that's what I mean. Yes, you're not homeless during this time, which is awesome, but you're right. How are you gonna come up with the money in the end to catch up on that? I mean, it bothers me so much, and I wish I didn't have the anxiety. I wish I was one of them people that could run out into the street no matter what was going on and start helping people, helping with kids and stuff. But, this is really setting everybody back, and it's such a scary situation. Oh, yeah. Well, I do know, Marianne, that like your unemployment and that, I know that they're extending them longer and stuff because of this, which is good. That helps out a lot. Because like right now, that's what my husband's on, is unemployment and going to college right now. So it definitely helps for sure.
Well, see, that's what I'm wondering about. What they'll do, if they'll just give everybody like 14 days worth of pay. Or, I mean, will you actually make your salary of what you missed?
Oh, did you see? Mary says people are saying I wonder, it might.
We all need to kind of to buckle down, because I know the fear and the anxiety I feel about, even keeping my kids fed through this. It's scary.
Oh, right.
And I know there are people that are worse off than I am.
I mean,
And
think about it. Our kids are out of school. Well, at least here, our kids are out of school until the 26th of April. And the sad part is, I mean, there's still, what's kind of neat is our city is still doing free lunches where they can go. I think it's to the skate park. They go, usually it's Wednesdays and Mondays. They can go to the skate park and pick something up. It's like a lunch sack after school for their snack. Well, I guess they're still keeping that going. But the problem is we're not supposed to allow our kids out. Like, how is that?
yeah,
It's like, it's crazy.
Yeah, but Lily, it's like on the forms with the medications, what about the I've heard people talking on YouTube, there are medications that they can only get for like a couple of weeks at a time. What happens to that? I mean, I just wish that the communities and the people that control the communities would kind of just inform people more, and that would help with the fear factor of everything. If they just gave people more information.
Oh, I agree. I mean, they've turned around. We have a elderly home that's probably within 2 minutes from where we live that's on lockdown. There's another one that's halfway across town that's on lockdown. I mean, I think the media, not social media, but like your news and your stuff like that is scaring the crap out of the people more than the actual virus itself.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, I got to thinking about, there's somebody up here that has a restaurant, and she came up here and started a restaurant not too long ago, and they're making them close their dining rooms down. Yeah. What about all the supplies that she has?
Right.
That's going to go to waste because she can't and then I'd heard some places that they're saying, well, as long as you don't have so many, somebody I was talking to on the phone actually a while ago was in Wendy's.
Yeah.
And they said, well, Wendy's dining area is open, because it's not true that they're closing them down. Mm-hmm. Well, when they was getting their lunch done and leaving, they said that one of the Wendy's workers had said that they had told them to close down the dining area and do drive-through only.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So if they're closing down Wendy's, they're going to close down these smaller restaurants. Mm-hmm. And, I'm hoping that like it would be better off if some of these smaller restaurants, and I know that it's going to be a stretch for them to do it because they're losing money. I'm hoping they'll take them supplies and give them to people that need them. And then maybe the community can help that restaurant back when they go back to being able to open up their dining areas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lily, feed the homeless and write it off.
Oh, I agree.
Maybe.
Well, it's like here we have a lot because we have the trains that come, from Seattle to here and then back, of course, throughout the days. And a lot of times we have a lot of trains that actually, now that I think about it, I haven't really heard trains. I wonder if they shut down the train. But a lot of times we have the transients that come in, and we have a lot of homeless in, our city. And it's sad because nothing's open, and they're, with nothing being open, then they have nothing. Like restaurants at the end of the night, there are some like mom and pop ones, they put out like the extra foods that they had and would give them. How funny. I hear a train. There
it is.
Right. Put out that food for them. Well, now with those places being closed, they have nothing. And so a lot of times, I mean, there's been a few times where we've walked up to Fred Meyer's and, oh my gosh, they're chasing people out of the store, and because they're stealing. It's crazy. Yeah.
The bad wolf, we should keep an eye on, we're preparing. People are going to think I'm corny, but we're preparing this world for our children. And
I agree.
how we handle this situation and how our kids see us handle this is going to have a big impact on their future. The kids, like, my kids are all over 15 and older, but we need to show them that if you bond together as a neighborhood community, whatever, that we can get through this. It's just it's getting scary, and this is going to be something hard for everybody to recover from.
Oh, absolutely.
But maybe it's something that will show us that if we help each other, that that we can get through it and be stronger with it. I know that sounds corny, but
Well, it's like the bad wolf. He just said, I think these things get out of control from the internet. In the 70s and 80s, we didn't hear of these things. We knew our neighbors and our community. You're absolutely right. And we were not afraid of our neighbors as much as we are now. I think that, I do think that back then we had a lot more trust within each other than we do now. Like I don't think there's, it's so hard for people to trust even just their neighbors anymore. It's sad, because it used to
Lily,
did
you see, sorry. Lily was going to drop there's a frugal fit mom that she feeds a family of 5 on $30 a week.
Oh, dang.
That's stuff that we need to be watching now, and Amanda T was talking about the homeless. I had never seen a homeless person in our area till about 3 years ago. Yeah. And now it's getting to where I took a friend to work, 2 weeks ago, and there was a homeless man sleeping on the front of their business. Yeah. And that pulls at my heartstrings. I get yelled at. I'm the person that if somebody's walking down the road, I will stop and pick them up. I will.
Yes,
I'm ashamed to tell this. How long did I have a homeless person living in the backyard?
Right.
There was somebody that I had met and got to know, and he was homeless, and I wouldn't allow him to come in the house and sleep where my kids was, or where my kids was around. But I have a garage in the back, and I know that people probably thought that it was strange that I had a homeless person sleeping in my backyard, but it was better than him sleeping where he had been sleeping. And it wasn't like I just went up and grabbed him. I had interaction with him a couple of times, talked to him, asked people around what he was like, but he stayed here for a long time, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And that is a true story. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah. Yep. He slept. And I mean, I know that people probably thought I was, cruel but he did. Hey, he had a garage to sleep in. He had a TV. We gave him a futon. We drug the futon out. We got him a guitar that he could play. He had internet. We got him a phone. I put him on my phone plan, the whole deal, so he could get back on his feet.
Yep.
And he was here a good, 6 months at least?
Oh my gosh, I think he was there longer. I really do.
Yep. And so I'm the one, don't get me around a homeless person, because stray dogs and stray animals I have a tendency to bring home.
Oh my gosh.
Remy D said, don't pull us. Remy, I'm awful. I'm awful about that. This summer, I took my kid to school, and there was a van on the side of the road. And when that afternoon, now that was about 6:30 in the morning. That afternoon at 3:30, the van was still there. and it was hotter than heck. And I stopped to check on the guy, and he didn't speak very good English. And he said, "Can I please use your phone?" I was like, "Yeah." He told me he got the phone, he dialed a number, and he handed it to me. He talked to him. I think he spoke Spanish. And the lady said that he was one of their workers. He had broke down, and where he had broke down at, there was no phones, like no businesses or anything he could get to. His phone had died, and he said nobody had stopped. Not policemen, not nothing. That I was the first one that had stopped. And I had a bottle of water. I got him a bottle of water, I think crackers, and left it there. And she didn't know that this company, this lady said that what they do is they hired people out of halfway houses. And she said that he had been gone overnight and apparently broke down. He didn't show up at the job, but she said, you got to remember, sometimes this happens, that people end up taking the vehicle and going somewhere they shouldn't. And he had just broke down and nobody would help him.
And I remember that. I remember you calling
me. I actually, because I'm like, if they find my body, let me tell you what the license plate number. And my kid was like, Mom, I can't believe you're going to do that. And, what I did, I helped him. And then I actually went and got a friend and to go back and see if there was something that they could do for their vehicle, which there was nothing. But the company sent somebody to come and get him. And that night, the dispatcher lady called me and said, "Thank you. We got him home safe," the whole deal. But I'm bad about that. They'll find my body on the side of the road one of these days because I'm going to meet one of the, wrong people.
Yes. Oh my God. You're so bad. Oh my goodness.
Amanda, to tell you that's sometimes what it is. People they can just have mental issues. They could have bad experiences, and they're not all bad people. And sometimes some of us is just one paycheck away from being in the same boat they are.
Me too, Marianne. Me too.
What Marianne say?
Christy, you scare me.
I know, but what I do, I know that Coffee Chat is in a different state, but usually what I do is I call her and say, stay on the phone with, or something. I call somebody.
She does.
Usually if I go do that, I will. Now, there's a man that I do drop off food. There's a homeless man, and he has said because I tried to bring him home because he I think he could do yard work. But anyway, he chooses to be homeless. And he has a dog.
Mm-hmm.
And I take him. I don't feed the homeless man because he feeds himself. But I do take the dog food. Because I like the dog a whole lot. So.
Do you see what Remy says?
No, what'd she say?
Christy, are you out of your goddamn mind?
No, I'm sorry. Well, I was just talking to Coffee Chat about I would love to do a channel to go out and do that and just go talk to people. Tell me your story and see if there's anything that, hey, I may be homeless, but I used to do drywall or something. Maybe there's some way of helping people. Some people just don't have a resource to do that.
There was a channel a while back. It was like a week or two ago that I watched that does videos in his area on homeless addicts and streetwalkers, different things like that, and he interviews them. Well, he did this one where he interviewed this young lady, and apparently she was supposed to have been homeless, and she was supposed to be, but she had all these big, dreams for herself, and she was going to do. Well, so what did he do? He did a good thing, and he did her, up a PayPal and got people donating money for her, and just really, all out. Well, come to find out, she lied to him, and it ended up being, it was bad. He almost shut down his channel, and yeah, it was sad.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah.
Meerkat, I have a tendency now, like the other day when I seen the homeless man sleeping in front of the business that I took my friend to. You know how you can tell sometimes about people. If I'm unsure, if I think they're a serial killer, I don't approach them. And if I have my kids with me, unless it's somebody, like a older lady or something, and which I don't let my kids go up to them or anything, but I kind of see them 2 or 3 days or whatever, to see what they're like. Now, the guy that broke down and stuff, it just, I don't know. I feel like sometimes I just get a feeling for people, which I have. I'm just a big sap is what it is.
No, I agree, Bad Wolf. I find, for me, I always find like the elderly very interesting just because they have a story behind them. And I think that their stories are just, because of everything that they've lived through, it's just amazing to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just, it blows me away sometimes, some of the things that they've, gone through in their life, and they live to tell about it. Yeah.
My mom was in hospice for a while, and she got where she slept a lot. And what'd she say?
Ted Bundy.
Yeah, I know. But I'm looking for my future ex-husband. Maybe I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
I'm one of these people. I'm looking for a love story. I was hoping that maybe if I could get a homeless guy, maybe they would love me enough and appreciate me enough that they would like me. So, I don't know.
Right. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Meerkat, I did live in a very small city. Where I'm at now is not very big at all. So, yeah, it's not like, and two, here in the states around here, I mean, people are just now becoming homeless. And I'm sure that if you've been homeless for a while, you're going to get bitter. You're going to, people, they've probably gotten taken advantage of. They've probably gotten hurt. So, mentally, I'm sure that the longer you're out having to deal with that, the more that, BTK didn't look like what I know. But you see this though, sometimes there's more people that kill that than the people that's,
Yeah.
See, the Bad Wolf we had even talked about earlier, but what I was talking about was like the hospice. My mom was in hospice, and where she was at was like a nursing home on the floor up. And me and my kids would go. We learned, don't laugh, we learned to do the little crochet of making the hats and stuff. The little old ladies did that. And I would love to go talk to the little ladies. And like some of them were at the point where they packed baby dolls because, they had Alzheimer's and stuff. And it was like, I enjoyed that. And I asked Coffee Chat a while ago, I said, I wonder if that would be a cool idea. I said, I know you couldn't show people's face, but go to the nursing home and visit people that don't get, visitors a lot, and just take them some socks and a candy bar and say, tell me the story.
Right.
Which I got in trouble for that one time.
Oh my God.
There was this man. Okay. When you would go into where mom was at, you had to go through the front. So what you went through was this big room, and the first floor was people that was kind of like, just in wheelchairs and stuff, but they was able to socialize and stuff. And then you went through more of a critical care, like nursing home. And then you went down to the hospice. Well, I got to know this one guy. I drank Dr. Pepper all the time. So when I would go in my mom's room, I would bring in one of the little coolers full of Dr. Peppers and my candy bars and stuff. Well, this little man, he wasn't no little man in a wheelchair. He was a huge man in a wheelchair, would roll up and he goes, you got another one of them? So I got to bringing him Dr. Peppers every day. Oh, he would wait for me up front, and I would give him a Dr. Pepper. He was a diabetic.
Oh my
One
God.
of the nurses goes, you ain't supposed to be feeding him or giving him. I was like, you got to be
Wow.
joking. So she yelled at me. So then I started bringing him Diet Cokes. But
Oh my goodness.
I didn't think about it. I was just trying to be nice. And he always acted so happy to see me. It's nice that I don't even care if it's that I've got to give him something to be happy to see me.
Oh my goodness. Oh gosh.
Read the chat. I can't hardly see the chat. I've got to read a text that I got. I want to see what some of the people are saying. I'm yakking over everybody.
Oh, they're just talking about hold on, let me grab my phone. Where was it? Oh, Lily, she says, I have a friend that met a wonderful older man and fell in love. Now he's dying of cancer. Breaks my heart. He's great to her. That's, that's what's so different these days. My cousin, that's how she met her husband, was Facebook. And me, being me, I freaked the hell out when I first met him. I'm like, oh my gosh, you better not take him back to your place. You better not. Oh my gosh, you're crazy. He's going to kill you. Oh my gosh. Because, come on, you don't know this person that you're meeting off the internet. And what does she do? The first night she takes him back to her house. I'm like, what are you doing, girl? It blows my mind. It's crazy how people, meet on the internet, which, hey, I think it's great. That's how you and I met, and we're really good friends. But, I don't know. Sometimes I think when it comes to like a man and a woman and stuff, I think that, I don't know. There would have to be, like, I told my cousin, I said, why don't you just talk to him for like 6 months before you actually meet him? But of course she wasn't going to have that.
Ruby D, I'm that way too. See, I don't like.
Oh, I agree. Yes.
If I feel like somebody is lonely, or, you can just sometimes see that somebody can be crying and, I'll go up. I'm awful. I'm horrible. I've got myself in some of the worst messes.
I think
was I speaking to you when I was babysitting for my cousin and the guy and girl got in the fight in the parking lot and he was throwing her stuff out in the parking lot?
I think so. I remember something about that.
And I helped. She was pregnant, and I knew she was pregnant, and I just only said hi to her a couple of times. Mm-hmm. And I'm out in the parking lot. This guy and girl's fighting, and he's whirling her stuff out in the yard, and I'm helping her pick it up, and I'm putting it in my car and her car. I call her mama.
Oh my God.
The police come because the neighbors are talking about them fighting. But I'm that mama. I'm that, well, here, come here. I'll help you fix it.
Yep.
I wish I could just fix my, I can't do my issues, but I can forget my issues and help somebody else with theirs.
Yeah. I think, exactly. Like Lily said, her job has made her jaded, except to I think what it is it's funny because if you remember, I was thinking about this with our kids. As like when I was growing up, I remember my grandmother always telling me, if anybody ever tried to steal me, scream fire. Don't, because the fact is that people look if you scream fire. People don't look if you scream other things because they think it's none of their business. So, you will make people more aware over something like that. And we put fear into our kids kind of the same way. If you think about it, we try to be kind and open-hearted, but in the same sense, we put fear in our kids because like Alyssa, she's scared shitless of police officers.
Well, I'm scared of police officers. They can take me to jail.
That's on me, though.
I don't do well. Right. I've never been, but I'm pretty sure I wouldn't do well. I don't like to pee in front of others.
I don't blame you. Me neither.
Who was it? Amanda T. I'm exactly like you. She said, I always speak up and it pisses my husband off. He's like, mind your business. Don't know. No, if I see somebody getting hurt, y'all, I'm horrible. I am that person. I am that person. what was it, last summer? It was right before school was out. The girl I picked up, remember that? I was in a parking lot getting gas, and this car whirls up, and there is a guy and girl. It looked like a guy and girl in a car, and he was hitting the girl, and he pushed her out of the car, and then the car took off.
Dang.
The guy looked at me that was pumping gas beside me and says, nope, don't stay out of it. And I'm like, nope. So I go running across the parking lot while he's pushing her out of the car to try to help her. And now I am almost an hour away from my hometown.
Yeah.
The girl ended up being from my hometown. It was a girl that I had known that lived across from my parents. It was her daughter. I didn't know them, hadn't seen them for a long time. And I picked up the girl and took her with me. Her mom and grandmother didn't get off work till later on that afternoon. And I kept the girl with me all day until they could come and get her. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. And I was talking to somebody, and I ran into her mama in Walmart just not too long ago, and she thanked me again. And the girl is actually in a good relationship now. She's pregnant. And what's so bad about that, that night, the person that threw that girl out was actually a girl.
Really?
Do you remember what happened?
No.
You don't remember?
You got to remember,
Okay.
I have a bad memory.
That night, that girl that got thrown out of the car,
Yeah.
the person that threw her out of the car wrecked the car that night and got killed.
Oh, damn.
They were high. Did I not send you the newspaper article?
No, I don't think you did.
I'll send it. Yeah, we might not had been talking then, but this was like last summer. It's not been that long ago. It was right before school was out. The girl that got killed's name was Destiny. And she ended up leaving there, and she was high and hit a tree head on and killed her.
Oh my gosh. Maybe it was, I mean, I look at those things as kind of like fate in a way. Like you know what I mean? I know that a lot of people would be like, oh my, but I look at it as fate. Like something higher was looking out for her. You know what I mean? So
Not really looking out for her, but calling her home.
well, no, I'm saying the one that got out of the car.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
The one that got out of the car. Some, it's kind of like, I remember, so right after my youngest brother passed away, my middle brother had gotten into a really bad car accident. Like
that, when he had his Trans Am.
Yep. He had his Trans Am, and so after my youngest brother passed away, it really affected my middle brother, and he started drinking a lot, and him and a buddy, a longtime friend, had gone to a bar, and my brother was drinking a lot, but the friend wasn't. Like he knew that my brother was going to get into a car. And so he decided he was going to follow him and followed him home. Well, thank goodness, because he got down the road and I don't know what happened, but somehow he ended up rolling the car, and literally one of the tires like flew off the car. It was rolling down, and the friend pulled up right behind him as the car was like stopping.
Oh gosh.
But the only place that in that whole car that wasn't hurt was where my brother was sitting. And the onlookers had said that they had seen somebody go up to my brother's car and pulled him out. The problem was nobody saw who it was, and whoever did it wasn't there. It was very crazy. And so we've always said it was my youngest brother that pulled him out of the car. But
see, I believe that there are angels around us sometimes. There has to be, because I've gotten some crap that I don't know how the heck I got out of it. Marianne, it was nice. Thank you. I love Marianne. She's the sweetest little thing, Marianne.
Right.
And did you see the chat? And
well, thank you for coming.
Who's leaving?
Lily,
bye. The Bad Wolf, I'm real bad about not. I I've spent most of my life single because of my kids. I'm really weird about people being around where my kids can, like, I will bring in people, but just like that, I won't let them, be in the house with my kids. I won't let them, alone with my kids. And when I started dating people, that I never I didn't want my kids to get attached to people until I knew for sure. So a lot of times there were people that I would date and my kids never, and that was the way I wanted it. Unless you are there to stay, there was no reason for my kids to be involved in the relationship.
I agree.
That's the way I always was, because I didn't want my kids to get attached to somebody and then, then be heartbroken when it was over. So Remy was talking about a while ago that we should all write a funny story and write a book. Now, did I tell you what I was doing for Jamie's birthday? I'm getting everybody to write letters of advice. Like, I'm doing one with my 45-year-old self would tell my 16-year-old self.
Yeah.
And I've called a lot of people that she knows, a lot of people she thinks a lot of. And I'm like, give advice, give a funny story, and I'm putting it in a scrapbook and giving it to her for her birthday.
I like that.
But I thought, I told her sister, I was like, write her a letter. They're not that far apart. But I said, if you could go back and tell yourself something to change or to do, what would you do? I said, that's what she needs to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's kind of cool. Thank you, Amanda T.
Thank you, man. We get on the phone and chit chat and talk crap and talk about what's good. We solve all the world's problems on our phone call. We do. And we do need to put it out there because we could fix a lot of crap, couldn't we?
Oh my goodness. Gosh. Oh, yeah. Yeah,
it's the bad wolf when it's hard to date with kids, and I don't know. I had an easier time by myself, I think, than I did with the men in my life. But by the way I am, if I'm out picking up homeless people, then most of the men that I've been around and dated was pretty close to that. Apparently, I'm a mothering type to everybody, and I don't choose people very well. So.
Oh my goodness. Oh. No, I agree. It is a lot.
The bad wolf, how many times have you been married? My ex-father-in-law had been married. He just got married 2 years ago, but he's been married 7 times.
Oh my God.
But now I'm going to take up for him here.
Your grandfather was married 7 times.
Really?
Yep.
Why is it all of our grandfathers?
Twice to the same woman.
Over here, hoeing around.
Well, see, that's what I was going to say. He remarried the same person that he had married. He remarried his 4th wife again.
Yep.
So
my husband's father married 7 times, twice to his mother. Though when he passed away, he was not married to her. He was married to another woman.
The bad wolf. Then now, are you still married, bad wolf? He's only been married 1 time. We've got Ben. We've got Marianne Perkins, and if bad wolf, yep, Amanda T 7 times.
Yep.
Do you know the advice I gave him? Now I love my ex-father-in-law. He's a good person. I probably wouldn't want to be married to him, but I do like him.
Right.
But I told him that I've been married twice, and I came to the realization that it's probably not the other people that's got the issue. It's probably me. And I told my ex-father-in-law that 7 times, it's you. It's not them women. There's got to be a good woman in that bunch somewhere. Got to be 1 or 2. So the bad wolf's not married. We could just start finding love for everybody since everybody's going to be homebound.
Oh my goodness. My dad has been married 3 times. And literally, when Tyler was growing up, which is my oldest, in the first 5 years that he was born, there was in his baby book a different woman every year. 5 years. It's crazy. I've been married 1 time. That's it. Same man, 22 years. Well, 24, I think, actually. Well, 1997. So I don't know how long that is.
The bad wolf, I think me and you are a whole lot alike. I'll tattoo my name on you, but I won't marry you. I'm kind of like that. This is the way I kind of see things now. If I love you enough that I would think about marrying you, that I love you enough not to do that to you because I know me. And so I don't want to put somebody I really care about through that.
Oh my goodness.
It's a lot cheaper to get in it than it is to get out of it. And for some reason, when some people get married, and I'm apparently one of them, it seems like the situation changes. So that's,
yeah,
that's the way I am.
Oh, Tyler's 22. Yeah, so your dad and I have been together for 24 years, married 22.
Remy, you have somebody's name tattooed on you? Are you still with them? I have 1 tattoo.
Oh, wow.
And it is, did you not know that? Did you not know that?
Huh?
Did you not know that?
No.
That I have a pretty good sized tattoo on my back, on the bottom of my back.
Oh, wow.
And it was my daughter's dad had bought it for me and drew it. And because he had tattoos all over him. And one Christmas, that's what I got for Christmas was a tattoo. And I don't regret it. I was 25 when I did it. I don't regret it. Never have.
Did it hurt though?
Yeah, no, not bad though. But okay, I liked it.
Really?
I like getting my eyebrows plucked. I like getting my eyebrows waxed. I'm weird. That kind of pain, it seems like it releases stress.
Wow.
You know that pain? I'm weird. But no, it didn't bother me as bad as I thought it would. Yeah. The only thing I hated is I had to sit there so long. And that was hard on me. Just sit. I don't like to just sit. And what it was is he actually had somebody that he knew do it. And I got tickled when I went in. They gave me these little things and he said, here, put this on. And it was like, he said, you'll have to take your pants off because we don't want to get anything on your pants. Yeah. And the guy I was with is like, no, her pants ain't coming off. Just we'll buy her new pants. And I thought that was so funny. He's like, nope. So it goes like from there up. But I'll send you a picture sometimes.
Oh, wow.
I don't think tattoos is a bad thing. I don't necessarily want my kids to get tattoos now because sometimes I think I don't know that I would have wanted to choose a tattoo when I was that age, when I was younger. But yeah, I like that stuff. I mean, I'm weird. I'm very weird. You would think that I wouldn't be a tattoo person. I know.
No, I have no problems. I'm just scared to get tattoos because I don't like pain. Now, Alyssa, she has a tattoo on her. She has a couple of them actually. She has Harmony written on her arm, and then she wants to get Isaiah, which I can understand. But and then she has like an anchor on her finger, and then she has a couple other ones, and then Perry, he has one on his arm that he did himself when he was in the military. But the boys, they never got one, and I'm just too afraid. I want one. See, Amanda T, I want more, but I'm 45, and like I feel like that I'm getting too old to go do that. So, I've went and looked a couple of times, and I feel like when I go into a shop that I'm not in my, I don't know, I just don't feel comfortable. If there was somebody that I knew that did them, but I really don't know what I would get. I really don't. Yeah, that's me too. I would get my kids actually. I want my kids' names, I think. Maybe the grandkids. I don't know.
The bad wolf. See, I'm that person that I try to act like that I'm going to piss you off when you first come in. If I'm in a relationship, I'm going to show the worst of me. That way you know what you're getting. I'm not one of them that sugarcoats it like, oh, I'll cook for you. I'll do that. No.
Right.
Nope. Mm-mm.
Then when
I'm going to show you what I've got. What's yours is mine and what's mine is mine. And so that's kind of what I'm just not the Marion type anymore. I wished I could say, oh, I want to, sometimes I'll get in the thinking that it would be nice to be in that fairy tale, but then I know what that fairy tale is. I've been through that fairy tale twice. After about 7 years, that fairy tale falls apart. When you start getting mortgages and issues and, all that, it just turns into... Yeah, see, where I got it on my back, it wasn't bad at all. I want some on, like on the bottom of my arm, like on my wrist, like around there.
Yeah.
But let me tell you one thing that I've always thought of, and I've never been to jail, but I always was kind of weird about getting certain things put on me where you could see, because if I ever have to go on the run or the witness protection, I don't want tattoos that they can identify me by.
Oh my gosh.
I've watched too many crime shows. See, my daughter was talking last night. She was watching Jeffree Star, and she said, oh, I love the ones he has. I don't care nothing about, because I changed the way, I've changed so much over the years. I'm afraid to do anything like that on a face, that I'm afraid that it would, it'd be like after 2 weeks, oh, I don't like that. It don't match something. Or, your makeup covers it up. I don't want to do that, but.
We've been on for an hour and a half already.
Really?
Yeah.
Who all's going live tonight?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't see anybody. I don't know. I've been kind of just watching movies, and Alyssa's watching the Fosters reruns on Netflix. So I've been watching that one.
I want to check on Remy D, because Remy D, I've noticed, is I seen that she was dropping stuff about Mr. Remy. Mm-hmm. I want to check and make sure we don't need to send somebody to help bury the body, because we'll bring shovels, girl. Just call us.
Right. Oh my goodness. Oh,
I hope everybody don't get so moody. I know it's been hard because everybody, I
think YouTube is going to be lit up for the next few weeks, only because everybody is off work and they're,
cabin fever.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, it was nice talking to you too, Amanda.
Yes, Amanda. I'm trying my dangest to be. The bad wolf. You used to work for plumbing.
Oh wow, that's what my dad's side of the family actually ran company. They had their own company until my grandfather passed away, and then I always tell everybody, like when my granddaughter, you can see her butt crack, I'm always like, oh, you come by it on us.
There was a lady that I knew that he was talking about getting stuff on, on anywhere else on his body, it would burn.
Yeah.
I knew a lady that did hair for 20 some years.
Oh, wow.
And this is about, long ago, perms was the thing. She got to work perm, like the perm solution would break her out. Had always done it. And then it got to where it would break her out like something, and she had to quit. And she made great money doing hair. She ended up having to go to a factory and ended up making minimum wage. It broke her heart. Plus, she liked people. And then she goes to somewhere where they don't want you to talk to the one next to you because, you know, they want you to work faster.
Yeah.
The Bad Wolf, do you live anywhere near Kentucky? Because I'm thinking about getting a place, and I'm going to need a bathroom put in, another bathroom. So, and I need some work done on the one I got. I need somebody that works cheap.
Right.
And I don't care to help.
I know. I remember the first time I ever had Perry was at work. He was maintenance for the apartments that we lived at the time, I think. And I didn't know that, and I should know, but I didn't know that you shouldn't pour grease down the drain. And so I poured it in the drain. Well, I ended up clogging it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I better fix this before, you know. So, oh my gosh, I didn't even call anybody. I did it myself. And I thought, man, I come from a plumbing family. I was so proud of myself.
Well, the Bad Wolf, what body parts do you like? I'm going to ask this. Now, this is going to come out of my mouth. What body parts do you like the tattoo on?
Right.
This is going to turn into one of them lives because I've got to know after he wrote that.
Oh, my gosh. Oh.
Really? You have family in Harlan, Kentucky. That's a little ways from here. I live about a mile. I live about an hour from Louisville, probably. And I probably live closer to Nashville than I do Louisville. But, well, you need to, if you come to visit that family this summer, you need to email me or something. And I need to talk to you.
Oh my goodness.
I've been running numbers, and you know how I am about running them. It scares me.
Right. Yeah, I guess Carla's live. I'm looking, see who's all live right now.
Oh, Carla's live? Wonder what's wrong.
I have no idea.
The Bad Wolf. If I had, my boobs aren't big enough for a tattoo. Mine look like Freddy Krueger got a hold of them. I've had 3 kids. So we're not doing that. I'm not subjecting some poor tattoo artist to doing that. So.
Oh my goodness. What do you need? Warm water in a bottle. Hold on 1 second.
Okay. Do y'all know what's going on with Carla and them? Is it because Carla usually isn't live this? I've been missing a lot of lives in which I've kind of not. I've been trying not to be so hurtful to people because I know I've been moody, so I've tried to really watch what I say going into lives. But
not me.
I'm not. Not you. Well, I've said some real crappy things here lately, but it was because people had got hurt. I know, but I want people to get along. I do. But I'm missing out. I'll go into a live and start listening and trying to figure out what the fight's about. And I've missed half of it. So it's hard to get to understand even what's going on anymore.
I think the problem is I think a lot of people, I think it's funny because a lot of people don't take into consideration, a lot of us, probably 60% of us are, bored housewives. I mean, and not only that, it's women. It's mostly community of women. I mean, of course, we have like the Bad Wolf and 180 and Ben and, and all them, but most of us are women. And when I can't even live with another woman without fighting with her. So imagine going, you know what I mean? I think that's a lot of it too, is that we all have our own opinions and we're all trying to be right fighters. And that's a huge mistake too, is trying to be a right fighter because we think our opinion is right, and whether, we're not taking into consideration other people's, opinions as well. Or at least a lot of us, let's put it that way.
Yeah, I mean, and it's some things strike us different than others. I can hear somebody put somebody down, and it's like, that was so uncalled for. Why would you even say that? There's been things said about people lately that it's like it had nothing to do. Why go at somebody about that?
Exactly.
And we don't know what other people are going through at home, what the struggles are. No, I wish I was, and I wish I could just state my piece and say things without getting angry and hold to it. But there are just some things I don't know. There's just some things. You're roboting. See, the bad wolf, I wish, I think you're coming back. Yeah, Remy, it's natural. And I mean, we end up taking sides and stuff, and we end up getting attached to people. And that's something I'm bad about doing, the bad wolf, is I get attached to people, and I have feelings for them, and I end up caring for them. And I can stress out and be upset over something on here where just as bad, if not worse, as I do about something in my real life. And see, I wish I could be more like that, where I could like one person, and which I am kind of. I mean, and like with Laura, I've always been like with Laura, I can take her or leave her. I mean, it's not one of them things I would never. I don't know that I would. I'm not a Patreon, never been, but I know that Laura does wrong, just like all of us do. Hey, Ben, where have you been? We've been waiting for you. We've solved a lot of your problems while you've been gone. We've decided what we're going to do to fix you. I'm doing a road trip to your home this summer. I'm going to give you a haircut. I'm going to bring you a wingman, and I'm going to drop you off where there's no beer. And we're going to get you a woman. So you better buckle down and clean up the shed. See, I wish that I can hear something on here, the bad wolf, and it will bother me. Like if I know somebody's hurting or somebody's in a bad situation, it will bother me, and I will think about that. And I believe in God, and I pray, and I'll pray for people. Even people from YouTube.
My stupid computer.
I'm sorry. Oh, Ben's in here now. I told him we've solved all his problems. We got stuff fixed. He just needs to clean up the shed and get ready.
Right? No. For some reason, I can tell when my computer's starting to go weird because the mouse will start moving on its own, and then I have to shut the screen, and then reopen it, and I don't know what the heck is going on.
Now, the bad wolf, are you and Ben good? Are y'all good? See, I've missed a lot of. I don't know if everybody likes each other this week. Yeah, no beer, Ben, and no double joints, none at all. Right. None at all. Now, I don't know.
He says no.
I just because unless. You better help me find you a wingman, because you don't want me being your wingman. That would be scary.
No beer.
And when I'll get back. This makes me think about, apparently Diane and them did a live the other night about STDs and stuff.
Oh my!
We'll have to go take Ben and get him checked out, make sure he's got a clean bill of health. So when we're out finding a woman, we can show him her papers. You know how like when you show dogs, you got to take the papers. So we'll get Ben's clean bill of health, and we'll take him. We'll be like, here, look, he's a good man. But we know What we got to do, though, Ben, we've decided we got to get you a bossy woman. We need to get you one of them bossy women that when you start getting out of line, she reels you back in. But you want one that can cook as good as your mama. So it's, but we're going to get you out. We're going to get you out. I said, would you imagine that live if people started showing up at the shed? So it was Lily or somebody. One of them said that they were closer than me. So apparently she said she didn't mind coming. Just this summer, tell mom and daddy that if people start knocking on the door, that just holler for you. Yeah, that's what we need to do.
He's running away.
Anyway, Ben, I'm that sister that, when you do something wrong, I slap you on the back of the head. I won't hit my kids, but if it's my brother, when you start saying something or doing something wrong where you just whop them in the back of the head.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, there you go, Remy. Yeah, and
The bad
wolf.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna shut up.
I understand. Yeah, I understand she has. There's just, I don't know. We get to be friends with people, and it's just
No boss.
But I can't put myself in the situation that where if I had to do a live every day and had everybody coming at me, I would probably say and do things sometimes like Laura does.
You get for not listening.
Oh, I completely agree. Yes. Yeah. But I guess I'm just saying I just don't agree with some of the things, I don't know.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that I don't support her because I've supported her from the beginning, but I don't know. I don't know. I just think sometimes
the wolf
will let things go.
Did you see what he said? That's sweet. But see, this is where I come in to have issues. I heard you talking some on Laura's channel, and I'd mentioned it to Coffee Chat, and I was talking about, how you sound, the way you sounded. And there's been so much told that, oh, you're 180, you're this, you're that. I've never gave it a chance to get to know you. And what I told Coffee Chat is you sounded so sweet that night, and you sounded like you wanted to make things right. But people have just made a joke out of things that it's hard to trust certain ones. And I mean, it's like we don't want to be the ones to be the center of jokes. And it's, you seem like you would be a good guy. What are they saying? I can't hear them.
Oh, no, it was, did you see Remy's comment? I said I had something in my mouth.
Oh. See, that's been my biggest thing. I didn't agree what was said. I'm going to end up saying my opinion, and I hate this. I didn't agree with the way Ash was talked about the other night.
That's the thing. When it comes to Republican Ash, her and I have our differences, but I'm still, I guess, biased when it comes to, people talking about her in a wrong way, and it's because I look at her as more, and I even told her when we used to talk that, I look at her as like a little sister. And so, I guess that's where the biasness comes from.
Yeah, and I mean, and I know that Laura, but see, and the bad wolf said there's nobody there for her, a few subs, but I know how to play the game, and I will get down and dirt. See, that's what bothers me, though. I'm me. I don't want to play a game. If I tell you that this is what happened, or that's where I'm from, or this is what happened in my life, that's true. And so it's hard for people like me to get in here and fit in because we don't want to. We use it to socialize. We use it to connect with people. use it as a social outlet, and we just don't want to be, I don't want to be mean to people. I've said some really crappy things about people. I said something, and then there are some things that I've said that it wasn't crappy, but I had people come at me. I had a whole chat come at me the other night.
Oh,
because
which one are you talking
I
about?
don't, Wendy and Diane. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it hurt me. And it wasn't so much me as other people that I know it hurt.
Well, exactly. I think a lot of the times what happens is some creators, don't think before they speak. And they don't, you shouldn't say things that could be towards a whole crowd, if that makes any sense. Whether you were that or not, you don't say those things. And I guess, I don't know. I guess it's the old saying, if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all.
Yeah. And there's a certain low you just don't go. If there's something wrong with somebody, and I guess this is where I've always connected with certain people. And you know how y'all feel about Laura. We feel that way about Ben. We've seen people go at Ben and nobody be there for him. That's why we've loved Ben. Ben's done his shit, and I'll be the one to yell at him and tell him, I know. And also, Ben, by the way, speaking of yelling and telling, there's something I need to talk to you about, boy.
Exactly. Exactly. That's the thing is, we could sit up here and I could spew so many lies about so many people, and all it takes is that one person to believe it, and then it goes down the line, and then now there's this huge lie that's put out there that is complete lie, but people are believing it because a creator said it.
Yeah.
It's wrong. You don't say those to me, every creator should have respect for the other creator, some sort of respect. Even if they don't like each other, there should still be some level of respect.
Yeah. And see, and like I have it, like the M situation. I don't really know M's. I don't really.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't watch her. If somebody says go watch her, I may go watch a bit of it or something, but I just, I don't mean to say I don't care, but you know what I'm saying? I'm not attached to the situation.
Exactly.
Like I am with Ben. Yeah. I just don't. And, people I'm going to say this and I'm going to end up getting myself in trouble. Just like the Dana situation.
Oh. Sorry.
There's certain ways and certain places you say things, and there are some that you don't.
Yep.
And if I see a teacher out, I know teachers have to let their hair down and stuff, but if I see a teacher in Walmart, I want to know, when I speak to her, I want to realize that she's a teacher. If I see a preacher and I talk to him and I shake his hand, I want to see, and I don't mean they have to run up and say, I'm a teacher, but I don't want them to see them drunk stumbling through Walmart. I don't want to see a preacher hanging out at a bar. I want them to reflect what they are.
Well, the thing is that when you put out what you do for like a living, or to me, you're wanting to receive some type of respect in that aspect. You know what I mean? Like for example, if I was a doctor and I came on and said, okay, I'm Dr. So-and-so, this is what I do for a living. And then I go into other chats and people are like, oh, aren't you a doctor? Da, 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 da. I'm going to hold myself in a certain way. I'm not going to go into,
right.
I'm not going to do that, because if everybody knows I'm a doctor, who's to say, that none of my patients are in that chat room? I mean,
right. You want to be an example, and she has the power and the know-how to take a lot of people out of the community and help them. Yes. If that's what she wants to do. Don't come on here and say, I'm this, because I guess I thought a lot of her. I thought, I liked what she had to say at times.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that I have to agree with everything she says, but don't be calling names and don't be, there's certain times to do things. And,
Exactly.
I just don't want her to be calling names. I mean, and she knows more than we do about these situations,
Well,
about some of the stuff that's talked about. And she knows how it can hurt them.
no, I agree. I do agree. I'm going back outside.
See, the Bad Wolf, I wish Laura would do true crime. That's where I always watched her. I wish somebody would do actually true crime anymore. And, I don't care for the raging drama and screaming.
The problem is, though, is a lot of people are right. The drama. Hi, Dova.
Hey, Dova.
Drama sells. I mean, they are right on that. Look, there's 10 people in here now when we started talking about the drama. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that that's bad, but I think for a lot of us, because we don't have, for some of us, we don't get out. It's kind of like a soap opera to me. That's how I look at it. What's going to happen next? And a lot of times I look at it as also that some of it's not real. When a lot of people, when they get up on panels, kind of like, in my opinion, MGL, she's a persona. That's not who she really is behind those scenes. I mean, I could be completely wrong, but that's just how I see it. I mean,
I would give anything to have the know-how and the knowledge that she has, and she could come in and help people. And, it hurts to see people that I care about to be called names.
Oh, I agree.
And it just, and and that's the other thing. The things like they do, like that they did the other night to Ben. Okay, you do that one time. The little picture of the, Winky that they put up there.
Yeah.
I'll make a joke. If it's somebody doing, I don't like it. But, I was like, Ben was stressing out about it. And I'm like, Ben, it's been so long. Nobody noticed it. It's been so long since we seen one. We didn't know what it was at first. And I make jokes and go on. But when you keep doing something to hurt somebody, I don't want to be around people that sit somewhere and continuously hurt somebody. Yeah. Just for the funds. I don't want somebody that's going to hurt Ben or somebody and then sit over here so they can laugh about it. Yeah. And then sometimes it's hard for me to keep my mouth shut. People that don't know Ben that come in and try to control everything he does.
I agree.
And, I just.
Well, I think a lot of times too is, for example, with German lady, I think, what I thought about that was when she was up on Ben's panel was, because she hasn't been in our community that long. I don't know how long she's been on YouTube or have a panel or whatever. But I thought, okay, well, maybe she's really good friends with that person. And maybe, she wanted to help that person, and didn't think anything to drop the link in a Discord. Bad thing to do. Very bad, because there's, God only knows how many people are in that Discord. And I don't think she knew, though, that just anybody could pick up that link. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe she did.
See, I don't know, but it's just like, and it's not so much I have a feeling toward her. It's the messages they showed in that chat of people that were laughing and making fun and saying name, that bothers me.
I agree.
And I don't know who all them people was. I don't know the names. I've been able to ask you who some of them was if you knew.
Oh, I don't know. I do know this much, that I do follow like Frankie Rusek because of the whole, Chris Watts case that we all followed. That's how we all became a community, basically, is because of that case. And so he put out a community page. I think it was like a community post like a week ago or a week and a half ago. And I was in there reading it, and I was scrolling down reading the comments, and that Ross dog person had commented and called him a scumbag because
You're
he
joking.
was people to, like AD, to stop talking about his family and stop gaining money off his family. No, I have a freaking screenshot of it. And the
Oh
funny
my
thing
gosh.
is when I commented on it, somebody came back into the comments and was like, "Oh, well, I don't see it. It must not be there," or something like that. And I said, "Well, that's good. I screenshotted it." And they're like, "Oh, well, that's good."
Ugh.
But yeah.
See, that bothers me. I can't see. And, and the Bad Wolf, I thought she was funny. We went to her channel the other night. And if she's on her channel and that's what she wants to do, then if I don't want to see it, I just leave. I don't have a problem with that.
Exactly.
And I understand it. And they are funny trolls, but be funny. Don't be hurtful. And not so much about her. Like I said, it's about the people that knew that say that they're Ben's friends and they don't do this and they're not going to hurt him or whatever. And like I said, I don't know the people by name.
Or I remember the other day when Ben was live and they were talking about how, I don't remember who was all talking. Ben might remember, but somebody was talking about how a lot of people are coming in, newcomers are coming into Ben's lives because, and trying to take over, nobody supported him from the beginning, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, no, we did support him. And that
we've been there the whole time.
Yeah. Ben spoke up and was like, yeah, Christy and Coffee Chat and, even Trisha, not Trish,
yeah.
has been a, from the beginning, a supporter of his. So yeah, but yeah, a lot of people, were saying, I'm trying to read. Sorry, guys.
Okay. What?
Exactly.
Yeah. Hi, Meerkat. What? Remy D is.
No, I agree, Ben. I agree. I was just saying, I wondered if she didn't know that maybe somebody else or didn't. I mean, I guess I'm thinking, I don't know. I thought maybe she didn't realize that just anybody could grab that link. I mean, but it's obvious, I guess, if you put it in a anywhere, somebody can grab it no matter what. So I guess that kind of blows that out of the water.
And Bad Wolf, are you talking about Ben raging and stuff? I mean, I'll get on to Ben. I understand. And who is he talking about?
Oh, I know.
He poked me the other night and I asked him, well, I think that was supposed to be politely 3 times to let it go. And the 4th time was one too many.
Oh, I don't know.
What?
They're behind, I think, what it is. And so when we're reading it.
Meerkat, I wondered about that. One day when we're in a chat I want to know that. Or if you message Ben, if it's okay if Ben tells me. I've wondered if you were somebody from the beginning. Because you've been there a long time too. And I mean, the Bad Wolf, I understand. I don't agree with everything Ben does. And if you notice, I make a joke out of it. I'll say, I'm going to call and yell at you for a little while or something. But if something really bothers me about what's going on, I just kind of, sometimes I'll message Ben, hey. And I mean, I'm not going to go at Ben and say, hey, this person can't be in there. I'm not going to be in there. No.
Well, exactly.
I'll message Ben and say, hey, I'm taking myself out of the situation. I can't agree with it, and go on. Which I like Baby Blues. Baby Blues has always been nice to me. And I know that she says and does things, but she also gets hurt a lot. And they make fun of her and Ben. And I mean, Baby Blues is another one that's been there for Ben forever.
Yeah.
And then people come over and try to get Ben to hate her, or they come in and say nasty things about her. And that hurts me. And I mean, I know, and I've asked Baby Blues some stuff lately that, hey, let's please do this for me. And she always does. She'll say, yes, if that bothers you, I will do this. And I mean, I just wish we could all get along, because I love her. She's been there. She's been sweet to me. And, what's so bad is I sit here and look, and even the bad wolf seems like a good person. And I'm so confused because I always thought he was supposed to be a nasty troll.
Ben,
And after hearing him talk,
where are you leaving? Oh, okay.
where's he leave? I'll be right back.
I saw that.
He's gonna go smoke.
That's the thing, I don't know. I'm with you, Dova. I do. I like to, I'm interested in, learning new things, meeting new people, that's kind of why I started this channel in the beginning. That's how Christy and I actually became friends over a year ago. Is just because, we both don't go out. We have a lot in common. And you want to know how in common? Both our youngest kids have the same exact birthday. Same year and everything.
And see, and Dova, you're right. People come in just to fight.
They do.
I've had to fight and struggle all my life, and this is my escape. I don't come on here to fight with somebody, but I also don't want my friends hurt either. And we are affected the same way when somebody like Baby Blues or Ben or whoever. And I've even took up for everybody at one time or the other.
Right.
I just find it hard to, see them hurt too.
Mom.
What?
And
No.
I don't know.
I gave him some water already.
She already did, sir. When?
Earlier, a few minutes ago.
A few minutes ago.
See, Dova, that's me. I mean, there's things I've seen her, but then I've also seen people say things, we'll be in Ben's chat and people say little things to her that would be hurtful, that if it was said to me, I would probably be the same way.
I will say this, that Christy did try to get Baby Blues to, to calm down between Baby Blues and Republican Ash, and tried to just kind of coexist and, not to kind of antagonize each other. Am I right? I mean,
yeah. I thought they were okay. And I thought because when I'd seen in the chat, Baby Blues would come in and, and she was saying it, which, if we've been hurt, it takes a little while to get over. If somebody says something really bad to us, we're women. It don't go away in 2 hours.
Yep, exactly.
2 years from now, I'm going to tell you what you said.
Right.
To me, that hurt my feelings. That's just the way we are.
Yep. No, I agree, Remy. We are here to socialize. And, that's the one thing, like the other day, the only reason, okay, so like, what was it? Saturday was when I was messaging you, like, I've got to go. And I went and I died in here.
Yeah.
And that was because it had gotten too intense. And the only reason I didn't hop up on that panel, like I said before, is because I was too upset, and I would have said things and, that I shouldn't have, that would be just straight up out of anger instead of talking, just because, that situation alone just really, really got to me, because I don't understand how somebody that claims to be a therapist, can say the things that woman has said and people be okay with that. I can't. So to me, I feel, hey, karma's a bitch, and then you die. I mean, it's just what it is. That's just my opinion,
And the bad wolf, I don't want to hate you. That's I hope that ain't toward me because I'm. And if you're doing funny trolling, that don't bother me. You know, I like funny trolls that come in and do stuff to kind of lighten the mood. I say shit all the time and I have a weird sense of humor. I really, really do. But you know, that's the thing. I don't want to hate anybody. I just want to be, you know, on here to socialize. If you don't like me, then just don't come at me. And I don't, and sometimes like things that I've said, I try to watch how I say things. Sometimes I take them too far. But just like when I know somebody like Coffee Chat's hurt, then it's hard for me to be okay with another person. You know, we get so attached.
Oh, yeah. It's just, you know, everybody wants you to see their point of view. And I understand that. I completely understand that. But when you're trying to get somebody to see your point of view, it just feels like they don't want to look at your point of view. You know,
yeah.
Either look at my point of view or I'm done with you, you know, and it's just, it doesn't work that way. You can't expect after the things that, you know, you just can't. And I don't know.
Is the bad wolf blocked in Ben's chat?
Oh, I don't know.
I thought I've seen him in there. Well, let me ask you this, bad wolf, just for reference. And I mean, I won't know if you lied to me or not, but I just want to see if you'll answer this. Do you have your trolls? So Ben has you blocked. Do you not come in there under another account? Do you have another account that you don't come in there under? Because I'm sure you have more than one. See, he goes, don't watch unless you're trolling.
See, that's the thing is, actually, I've started taking that into, you know, because of, I don't know, it just, yeah, it kind of, you know, I've been trying not to allow it to affect me like it did on Saturday. I've just been trying to kind of, you know, so when I had heard about Laura the other day saying that about Republican Ash, I didn't even know about it until today. You know, I had no idea.
Well, I mean, maybe Ben will. I mean, if you come in, can you be okay with Ben? I mean, it's not my channel, but I mean, is there a reason why he blocked you? Hey, Baby Blues. Okay. Why Baby Blues is in here and why Dova's in here. Perfect. We got an idea. Okay?
Oh, there you
Baby
are.
Blues, the next time Dova comes over to get her hair done, y'all need to do, Baby Blues needs to start doing a channel of how-tos. She does Dova's hair, and I've watched her do Dova's hair.
Oh, see?
You need to break it down and show people how to do their fulls and stuff and some looks like that. I think you would have a great channel. And especially if Dova was there to help with, you know, the camera and stuff. Baby Blues is beautiful. She has great hair. She does hair great. And I mean, show even some summer hairstyles and stuff.
Little baby fly.
Yeah, I take
You know,
baby. Oh, thank you, Lily. I do appreciate that. It's just that one, I don't know. Like I said, that one situation on Saturday with everything just really got to me. And the sad part is that I like, you know, I have no issues with, like, you know, I don't want to say any names. That's why I'm trying to, I guess, stay on the down low, you know, or cause trouble or whatever. I don't know. Oh, but no, I agree, Baby Blues. I was telling Christy that, I don't know, have you ever watched Brad Mondo? He has
I was aiming to send her the link.
Yeah.
I forgot.
You should. He's awesome. And that's what I mean, he does hair, he does all that kind of stuff, but he does like critiques different videos and different things like that. But you know, it would be a perfect person to kind of watch to get ideas from. on stuff like that.
See, it's the Bad Wolf says that he trolls him for, things that he said, which I mean, that's kind of, like I said,
Okay.
with,
I know that Ben has said some really crazy things, and believe me, even what was it, last summer, I've gotten onto Ben for certain things that he said and has done. But Ben is really, easy to talk to. He's very, laid back if you just kind of, hang in there, I guess. Brad
Yeah.
Mondo is his name.
I've got the link. I was aiming to send it because she sent it to me in a text, and I only have Baby Blues and Hangouts. So I always have trouble taking from one to the other. And I need to send it to her. See, Baby Blues kept poking me with Ben the other night, and I've been plotting for her demise on you. But see, why? But I mean, is there anything between you and Baby Blues that didn't y'all know each other before? Because I know that Baby Blues, didn't she used to go in the lives over there a long time ago?
He's kidding. See.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm getting I'm like, okay, come on. We got to work this out. Don't do Bad Wolf. You're going to give me a nervous breakdown. Please don't. He's in here trying to see how far. I'm already at the edge. Don't take me. It's not far for me.
Right. No, Ben is a good guy. He really is once you get to know him. I know he's, but then he knows after he gets done doing his thing, he knows when he's done wrong, and he apologizes for it, and then he tries to fix it. And a lot of times, actually, I would have to say that he tries to fix it more than what, other people would. You know what I mean? Like, it really bugs him if one of us are upset with him. It truly hurts him, and he will reach out and he will try to fix it, and he will, I don't know. It just, he's a good guy. I'll just put it that way, I guess.
And we all, like I said, make mistakes. And the Bad Wolf, it would be nice if there was somebody like you that was on Ben's side. And how you go for Laura, it'd be nice if Ben had some. And I mean, Ben gets in the chats. We're not all watching. We're not, it would be nice. I wish there was somebody that was technical that could get in the chats that, but I don't know. I'm afraid that this is going to it's getting hurtful.
Oh, it has got, yeah, I agree. Some people have just gotten straight up mean,
Yeah.
And it's sad because I don't think that they realize, they think, oh, well, it's just the internet, or, oh, well, who cares? Well, some people do care, though. And some people, some people can't leave their home, and some people, this is how they meet friends. And I mean, think about it. I talked to Tyler, which is my oldest, who's 22. And we were talking about dating, and he's like, I said, well, why don't you get on Tinder? He goes, no, Mom, all they want to do is screw. And I'm like, okay, well, that's basically how this world is now. Is like, if you meet somebody, it's through the internet, and then you meet in person. It's crazy.
Look, Dova's making a play date for Baby Blues and the Wolf.
Oh my god!
They're going to meet up, and they're going to go to Hooters, and they're going for a walk in the dog park. So, thank you, Dova, for that. Thank you, Dova, for that mental picture. I needed that.
You see what Lily says?
No, what'd she say?
And she's right. Some have changed also, and not in a good way.
Yeah, that's true.
Hi, Tawanda. How are you,
Hey,
sweet?
Tawanda. You know, that's see, but Baby Blues, you say that I went through that. I guess that's me. I have fought all my life. I have fought, to have anything that I have. And this is not where I want to come to fight. And it's got to where I don't even want to defend myself. It's like I don't care. It's like if you don't like me, then don't.
Kinda, yeah.
It's she's taking the bad wolf to a strip club.
Oh my goodness, that's funny.
Okay, there we go. But it's like with the way I try to do people is I try not to judge on what somebody else thinks. That's what I'm trying to do. And I've always been with some of them that I don't have nothing bad to say about them. And I watch them, but I'm not as dedicated to them as I am others, I guess. Where's the wolf going to take? Yeah, where's the wolf going to put his dollar bills? See, now I've got the mental picture. Did you see what he said? Now I've got the mental picture of Molly and that dog video because I know everybody's seen that. But now the wolf, I can understand, and I'm glad that I guess that I'm glad that she's got somebody that takes up for her. And about Laura. I watch Laura, but I like Laura for true crime. I just don't like staying in the drama. I don't want that. He puts them under his collar. Okay. The mental picture. Coffee Chat, have you seen the video of Molly and the big dog? Are you there? Uh-oh. Have we lost Coffee Chat? Uh-oh.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't know have you seen Molly and the video of the big dog?
No.
Oh my gosh, I got to send it to you because I just got a visual because of what the bad wolf said about dry humping and peeing on somebody.
Oh
and I never thought I'd use those words out loud in a live before.
So apparently, Laura is live. Her title is I Am Entitled to Speak, right? Fuck yeah, I am something. It says Ash is live. Have you seen reporting live from, have you watched him at all?
Reporting live from our sofa?
Yes, I haven't seen him in
I used to watch him, but I haven't seen him in a while.
He's live. He's been going live. I just haven't gone in to talk because I know he knows I'm kind of in, we're kind of in with this crowd. And so he stopped coming in here after a while. So I just you know what I mean? I didn't want to, we should probably, we've been on here for 2.5 hours.
Exactly, the bad wolf. Exactly. I just hope everybody can start getting along. There's things that people are going to say that we don't agree with. I hope with the everybody being inside, we all try to be a little kinder. Mm-hmm. And the bad wolf, thank you for coming. I actually thank everybody for coming, but it was kind of nice getting to talk to you. And that you seem like you could be a very, very good person. And that really, that makes me happy that, you're opening up to everybody in the community. And YouTube marriage is hard to get along. Yes, exactly, Baby Blues. And Lily, thank you for modding, and Marianne then was in here, and Dove and Tawanda, all y'all, thank you for coming. Meerkat was in here. I enjoy everybody just coming in and talking and it not Nobody got yelled at or nothing today.
Right? It was
Do
fun.
I? Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. So I think I'm going to shut it down though, because we've been on for 2.5 hours, and I'm getting hungry.
Go do your thing, Bad Wolf. Go do your thing.
Right.
You have a great night. Just when you're trolling Ben's, see if you can drop a hint under one of your troll accounts to let us know who you are.
Right.
I'll be saying it won't be 180 anymore. I'll be going, that's the Bad Wolf. That's the Bad Wolf.
Right.
My hubby's first time at the dollar store. You're joking. Yeah, but Coffee Chat said she didn't have one.
We have the dollar store. We don't have the Dollar General.
You don't have Dollar General. Yeah. See, when we say the dollar store here, we mean the Dollar General store. It's the Dollar Tree or Dollar General.
Yeah.
Dova, he'll spend money in there. There's all kinds of good crap in there. And they got good junk. They just, everything you ever needed and didn't need.
You too, Lily. Thank you for coming.
Bye, everybody.
We'll talk to y'all. We'll see y'all later.
Bye.
Okay. Bye.